Hello, welcome everybody to our free webinar regarding the residency in Portugal, option for small business, pensioners, religious, and others. My name is Antonio Pedro Jorge Rodrigues, I'm here with my colleague Carolina. We are lawyers from Caiado Guerreiro, and we are here today to present our webinar. So let's start. Well, talking a little bit about us, we are a multi-jurisdictional law firm. We are a law firm, a full service law firm. We provide for our clients all services regarding all law areas. And among our clients are include both commercial, industrial companies as well private clients. Our team, me and Carolina, we belong to the immigration department to take care exclusively all matters of our clients related to immigration and relocation to Portugal, and we are available to assist our clients 7 days per week at any time. Our team has 14 bilingual lawyers, and we are permanently in contact with clients, translators, and the most relevant authorities and entities to provide the best service we can to our clients. And we have a huge success in obtaining the residency permits and citizenships for our clients. Approximately 3,000 golden visas went to our clients from different nationalities. We have offices. We have our head office at Lisbon, but we have office too in Luanda, Maputo, in Porto, and in Algarve. And we have representative offices in La Valeta and in Beijing, China. So let's start with brief presentation about the D2 and D7 and D2 visa.
Hello, thank you, Antonio, and thank you all for being here. Nowadays, people often search for another country to constitute a family, to live and work. Today, we plan to help you find some of these answers on the visas for passive income holders and entrepreneurial immigrants. The D2 visa is a residence visa intended for entrepreneurs or people with liberal professions. The D7 visa is a residence visa specially established for those who want to live in Portugal after retirement or have passive income from movable assets, real estate, financial investments, among others.
Which are the benefits for applying these two kinds of visas? Visa-free travel entire Schengen area, freely live and work in Portugal, access to Portugal residency rights, such as education, recognition of academic titles and qualifications, the healthcare system, our social security, justice, and in the courts, of course, like the Portuguese citizens, allows to family reunification of your spouse, children, parents, civil partner, parent-in-law too. The access to permanent residency or citizenship after 5 years, subject to passing a language test of basic Portuguese, the security, democracy, and life quality that our country has to offer, the option to apply the NHR program for tax purposes, low or no taxation for 10 years, or most foreign source income applicable to pension income, dividends, interests, royalties, and real estate income foreign sourced. Regarding the D7 visa, Carol will explain to you.
Thank you. Yes, so I'm going to talk a little bit about the D7 visa or the passive income visa. The D7 visa is a residence visa that is specially established for those who want to live in Portugal after retirement or have income from movable assets, real estate, financial investments, among others. Third country citizens who intend to relocate to Portugal and have reasonable net regular passive income can apply for this option of residency that our government has, without being subject to any investment activities in the Portuguese territory. The primary purpose of this visa is to spend a retirement life in a world's peaceful and multicultural country as Portugal. For this specific type of visa, the passive income is rentals, pensions, bank interest, governmental bonds. Passive income earners will have to guarantee a minimum monthly amount required by law, which is equivalent to the national minimum income, which is currently in 2021 at 665 euros. The amount that that each interest party should receive in the account should also take into account the family members that they want to reunify. So for the first applicant, the passive income earner, it's the 665 per month. For the second applicant, which could be the spouse, it will be 332 euros per month. For the children, for each of them, you should guarantee in your account 166 euros. And for any dependent, as like parents or parents-in-law, you will need 332 euros. This amount doesn't need to be every month. It could be annual, but you need, even if the transfer is annually, you will need to guarantee that this amount per month is in your account. For the religious applicant, if the applicant is a part of a religious organization, he or she may also apply for this type of visa if the religious organization is recognized by the Portuguese government, and if the organization confirms the accommodation and pays all the expenses that the applicant will have.
So for the D2 visa application, what are the kind or the type of visa, D2 visa that can be eligible to obtain a successful application? Well, this D2 visa is a residency visa that can be obtained through two different situations. The first one, the contract or written proposal for a services provision contract within to the scope of liberal profession, like lawyers, medical staff, for example. The investment operations in Portugal through the incorporation or participation in the company. In the first case, for independent professional activity, the applicant will need to show two main things: the proposal, or two main documents: the proposal or contract for the provision of services within the liberal professions, and, when applicable, the declaration issued by the competent entity for the verification of the requirements to exercise a profession that in Portugal is subject to qualifications. For incorporation, for the incorporation of a Portuguese company, which is the second case, the proof of incorporation of a company under the terms of Portuguese law will have to include the following requirements and documents: the social, cultural, technological, scientific, or economic relevance for growth of our country, the business plan, the declaration of opening the company, which can be obtained in the Portuguese tax services, the registration of the incorporation of the company, the bank statement for a Portuguese bank with the balance on the account of the Portuguese company, the permanent certificate, which is this commercial certificates of the company issued by the Portuguese Commercial Registry, the demonstration of the shareholders' experience in the area, in the scope of the company, with the presentation of CV and academic titles. The minimum invest amount for opening a company in Portugal is not stipulated by the Portuguese government. The share capital can be up to €1. However, the D2 visa to be approved and pass credibility to the government, the amount deposit on the company's account must be around €5,000. The D2 visa does not require the entrepreneur to create jobs in Portugal. The company can be incorporated even individually or with one working partner that can be the manager at the same time.
So now I will talk a little bit about the process and the steps that you need to fulfill to be granted a visa. In both types of visa that we are talking right now, the procedure is really similar. The documents that you need to show are different, but the remaining process is the same. So in the first stage, we can consider that there are 4 stages. In the first one, you will need to collect all personal documents and all documents that are needed to each type of visa. So you should collect all of these documents. The documents need to be apostilled or legalized and need to be translated. The second stage, you need to schedule an interview at the Portuguese consulate in the area of your residence, which means that this process starts where you live. It doesn't start in Portugal. And this interview can be scheduled in the Portuguese consulate or at the Visa Facility Service Center. At the time of the appointment, the applicant will have to submit the application and deliver all the documents. The Portuguese consulate or the Visa Facility Service Center may require additional documents at this stage. Normally, the documents that are submitted are related to criminal records, passports, proof of the passive income or the company in regards to the D2. It could also be required, it depends on the consulate, a Portuguese bank account and a taxpayer number from Portuguese, which is called NIF. The next stage is when the Portuguese consulate or the Visa Facility Center delivered your application or transfers your application to the Portuguese Immigration Office that is called CEF. And the Portuguese Immigration Office will give the final decision on this case. And will then deliver this decision to the consulate of your residency country. And the consulate will grant you a visa or deny it. If the visa is denied, you always have the right to appeal or review. The next stage, it's the stage of biometric data collection in Portugal. After a positive decision, the applicant should travel to Portugal and book an appointment in the immigration office to collect the biometric data. This should all be done within the validity of the visa. After this, the residence card will be delivered to your Portuguese home address by post.
Well, regarding the renovation of these kind of visas, the visas must be renewed at end of the first year and then every 2 years. Then after the 5 years, the applicant becomes suitable for applying to the Portuguese nationality, except for duly justified causes based in the personal or professional reasons. The holder of the residence permit shall not be out from Portugal for more than six consecutive months, neither for 8 non-consecutive months during the validity of each card. Well, this presentation will be available on YouTube. All the webinar and all our presentation regarding these 2 types of visa, a Portuguese visa, and then we have a little bit time to reply some of your doubts, but we can always contact us by email. We are always available for any question that you may have, and please feel free to send an email and let us know more about your personal situation to see if it is eligible for this kind of immigration programs.
In regard to the first question from Lawrence Ross, in principle, this should count as passive income, but it really depends from case to case. So it should be analyzed first. So if you want, you can send us an email. You have your email, our email in the presentation, and we can clarify some of your doubts. We can schedule a call, and this presentation will be sent to you. Some of these answers, some of these questions were already answered. You have to stay in Portugal. My colleague already referred. You cannot be out of Portugal for more than 6 consecutive months, neither 8 non-consecutive months during the validity of each card.
Here, Mr. Manoj, what are your professional fees for individual D2 visa? Well, you can send us email and we can schedule a conference call to know a little bit more about your projects in Portugal, and then we present engagement letter with our proposal. Well, we wish you all a nice weekend, and please feel free to send us email. We are extremely happy to answer all your questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Take care.
Take care.